Hello.
This is your and today
We're going to talk about
process approach.
Let's pump it up!
and confidence of the employee department naman.
Product or service. Shit.
Keep on that 느낌 따라, why not do it?
The first topic was entitled Model for Process. It is defined as a model for an organization's process of operation that distinguishes three elements. First, the input of the process, which consists of the bills, specifications, requirements of inspection, and procedure for the receipt of each and every material. Second, the output of the process, which consists of products or service to be delivered, documents to be delivered, specifications, method of measurements for verifying conformance to the specifications, and criteria for rejection or acceptance. And last, the process itself or task. This helps organizations gain control and documentation over the process of producing and delivering their product or service and its quality.
One popular model is the ETX model, which stands for entry, task, and exit, wherein entry are conditions to be satisfied before the task is undertaken, and exit are conditions to be fulfilled before the task is completed.
To further improve a process model, let us now discuss about Subaru's 6S model for process improvement. The first S stands for study, which means to study the process and document necessary details such as internal and external defects, cycle and time, and feedbacks from both the consumers and employees to identify improvements. Next is streamline, which suggests the process should offer the least resistance to motion or to cut off delays and hassles by documenting events and sequences and eliminating unnecessary processes.
Third is to simplify, which basically means to improve quality by simplified processes or finding more practical ways for a process without increasing costs. Furthermore, the next S stands for standardize, that requires documented procedure to maintain the consistency on the performance of the process. The fifth S is to synergize, that means to consider and identify the effect of one process to another to provide the most efficient interaction. And lastly, to strengthen, which is to educate process owners, customers, and suppliers, periodic counseling and monitoring of the process performance and result to ensure the improvement and confidence from the employees.
Now, we will tackle the SCM or the supply chain management, which is a task to optimize the efficiency of all activities performed by the suppliers, manufacturers, warehouse, and retails to provide product or service in the right quantity, quality, and time for the right customers at optimal cost.
SCM involves the following activities: demand planning, performed by combining materials requirements planning and capacity requirements planning to schedule manufacturing orders within the production capacity. Supply planning requires distribution requirements planning or restocking to meet customers' demand through available inventory and resource transportation. And lastly, transportation planning, which is to efficiently deliver shipments to customers.
Moving on, let us now discuss the Kanban systems. But first, let's have the definition. What is Kanban? The Kanban system was developed by Toyota's Vice President, Mr. Taiichi Ono, to achieve objectives that include reducing costs by eliminating waste or scrap, try to create work sites that can respond to changes quickly, facilitate the methods of achieving and assuring quality control, design work sites according to human dignity, mutual trust, support, and allowing workers to reach their maximum potential. Kanban stands for Kanban Signal. The Japanese refer to Kanban as a parts movement system that depends on cars and boxes or containers to take parts from one workstation to another on a production line. The essence of the Kanban concept is that a supplier or the warehouse should only deliver components to the production line as when they are needed so that there is no storage in the production area. A Kanban is a card containing all the information required for the jobs to be carried out on the product to each stage along its path to completion and which parts are needed at a subsequent process. These cards are used to control work in progress, production, and inventory flow. A Kanban system allows a company to use just-in-time production and ordering systems, which allow them to minimize their inventories while still satisfying customer demands. It consists of a set of these cards with one being allocated for each part being manufactured that travel between preceding and subsequent processes. There are two most common types of Kanbans used: withdrawal Kanban and production Kanban. Let's first talk about the withdrawal Kanban. The main function of a withdrawal Kanban is to pass the authorization for the movement of parts from one stage to another. It gets the parts from the preceding process and moves them to the next process, remaining with the parts until the last part has been consumed by the next process. The withdrawal Kanban then travels back to the preceding process to get parts, thus creating a cycle. A withdrawal Kanban usually carries the following information: part number, part name, lot size, routing process, name of the next process, location of the next process, name of the preceding process, container type, container capacity, and number of container released. The withdrawal Kanban layout can be designed in many ways in order to display this information. Production Kanban. The main function of the production Kanban is to release an order to the preceding stage to build the lot size indicated on the card. The production Kanban card should have the following information: materials required as inputs at the preceding stage, parts required as inputs at the preceding stage, information pertaining to withdrawal Kanban as given in the previous paragraph.
Now we're going to discuss about cellular manufacturing. Cellular manufacturing involves a group of workstations and machines that processes progressively within a line or that so-called cell. A work cell is a work unit larger than an individual workstation but smaller than usual assembly lines. It typically employs 3 to 12 people and 5 to 15 workstations. It can be in the form of a straight line or U-shape. Cellular manufacturing is great to reduce cost and cycle times and simplifies workflow since it also utilizes single-piece flow methodology or continuous flow.
Lastly, we're gonna compare flow manufacturing and batch production. From the words themselves, flow manufacturing is a continuous and a one-piece flow of process, while batch production is a large production that usually builds delays since the process should wait for the whole batch to finish. Hence, flow manufacturing offers reduction in time, less labor, and reduces chances of product damages, and perhaps is more efficient.